So now I'm going to rewrite this email for you. Let me reshare this real quick and show you exactly how it's done. So this is the email that you've seen earlier. We want to highlight what we think is too much. Okay, hi team. Okay, this is good. I hope this email finds you well. This is textbook. I wanted to give you a detailed update on where we stand with Project Falcon. I'm keeping this. As of this week, we've completed phase 2 of the UI redesign. The design team worked overtime last week to finalize wireframe for both mobile and desktop versions. They ran a small internal usability test and gathered feedback. Based on that feedback, some changes were made to the dashboard layout and navigation bar. Now, this is including already a lot of unnecessary details, like this one, for example. This is unnecessary. Wait, oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight this with a better color. Okay, this is not better. All right, so as of this week, we've completed phase 2 redesign. Okay, we can use this. The design team worked overtime. This is unnecessary. Last week, again, to finalize wireframes for both mobile and desktop versions. Maybe I can say, okay, I want to say finalize wireframe last week to finalize. I'm not going to include any of this. They also ran into, okay, the person doesn't need to know about this, the reader. They also ran a small internal usability test. Okay, no, this is necessary. And gathered feedback. Based on that feedback, some changes were made to the dashboard layout and navigation bar. So what I can do here when I want to rewrite is I would say phase 2, I'm rewriting it here. Design was completed. Do I need to know who did it? So this is not important as well. Okay, was completed. A usability and an internal usability test was okay. I want to keep this and then take these. Some changes were made to the dashboard. I'm taking this literally, and then I'm changing this. Some changes were made to the dashboard layout navigation bar as a result, as an outcome of the feedback on the. I just rephrased this and summarized the most important points in this paragraph. I didn't jeopardize the core message. Okay, let's look at the other one. The development team has begun integrating, So I'm highlighting this, integrating the updated UI into the beta environment. However, they encountered a few bugs related to responsiveness on older Android. Ahmed is working on a patch that should be ready by Thursday. Okay, so I can rewrite the whole thing saying a few bugs, the result first. That's what we care about, right? And then you guys, I was saying a few bugs related to responsiveness on older Android devices. When integrating environment, and then I would just overlook Ahmed here and say a patch. Okay, a patch should be ready by Thursday. I just took the most important information. I excluded Ahmed, what he's working on, and I excluded the fact that people encountered a few bugs, but I kept the most important things in this paragraph. Now, let's look at the other one. Hold on. Meanwhile, the content team is reviewing all facts and onboarding tool tips. They aim to finish by Friday. I've secluded a cross-team sync for next Monday at 10 to go over these items. Meanwhile, the content team is reviewing all facts. Meanwhile, and then, okay, I'll just take it as is and then just delete the stuff that are not important. Okay, all are being reviewed. If I need a team, hold on, what did I do? Okay, no need for the content team, but if I need them, I can say, I can just do this until tips are being reviewed by the content team. Wait, let me do this. It should be completed on Friday. I've scheduled a cross Teams link for next Monday. No need to know that I did that. And then I can just do this, go over these items. And then lastly, we're still waiting for legal approval. The updated privacy, I followed up with Rana yesterday and she expects to have it all finalized early week. This whole paragraph is not needed because I still don't know anything. But if I want to say next steps, we can mention them, but I would just exclude it here. The email is packed with information, really. And I can just, when I get a response of approval, I can just send a separate email as a follow-up sharing the results. Okay? Let me know if anyone has questions or needs clarification before the signing meeting. We can keep this. You can change the tone, of course, if you want to say hello instead of hi. And instead of let me know, I can say feel free to reach out if I want to make it concise with any questions or concerns. And that's how we just summarized and paraphrased this email. It's more concise. It's actually like if I want to do it this way, I can just do this so that it looks better. And then instead of having a lot of paragraphs, I can just do this. Now the email is shorter, it's easier to read, and it just has what's important. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and get back to the slides. Un momento. Oh wait, am I sharing a screen? There's another activity that is, I mean, another like practical summarizing, and I just wanted to show you how it's done. This is how it's summarized. Very summarized, but what we did is also like try to paraphrase it here. So of course I will give you this resource. It's too big, right? This resource at the end of the session. I will provide it as a link on the post as a reply. Now this is how we actually practice summarizing and paraphrasing. Now we're going to go to the tone and addressing different audiences. We're going to have one message, 3 audiences. These are tips. We're going to have 3 different audiences, which will vary in the tone of writing and the language, of course. We're going to write one message for 3 different audiences. The message is, I can't finish the report today. There were problems I didn't expect. We're going to send this message to your manager, to a close teammate, and a client. What we're going to do is these are tips on how to address each one of them, and I'm going to write the content of this email to each one of them. Then I have some tips that I can share with you on how to do that. Okay, let's just go here. The first one, let's take the message first. So this is my goal. I can't finish the report today. How am I going to send it to my manager? So first audience is to manager, right? And I want to write a professional email. Now looking at the tips here, let's consider the tips. Be polite and take ownership. Offer a revised deadline and avoid blaming others. Let's do that. So we're going to write the name of my boss. Hi, Mahmoud. I'm going to try to be smooth about this and say, I hope you are doing well. I want to say this in the least, in a better way than I want to try to be smooth about this. I say, I wanted to inform you that I won't be able to submit. I'm going to write and edit some stuff out. The report today due to some unexpected challenges. Now, I can make this better by having this at first. Instead of giving the results, I want to introduce it first so that he's not surprised by the email. Due to some unexpected challenges, I wanted to inform you that I won't be able to submit the report today. Actively working on resolving them. And wait, is this? I think this is better. On resolving them and expect to finalize it by tomorrow. So this is a promise of when I'm going to finish it. This is my closing line. I'll keep you updated and appreciate. Instead of apologizing, we thank them for being patient, for your understanding. You're taking responsibility, you're taking ownership of this, and then like best or thanks or whatever, and then your name. All right, so this is how it looks. This is for your manager. Now I want to say the same thing to a colleague. Now, co-workers, if you have like that relationship with them, you're going to address them more informally or try to warn them about it. But let's look at the tips. You want to be slightly informal, but we're still respectful. Use everyday language. I'm using this informal part to actually show you how we're changing tones so that you can use the appropriate ones. Close teammates, I want to say. Let's say, hi, Sarah. I will not use an opening line because it's a close teammate. Heads up. This is a warning her that I will not be finishing this on time. I ran into a few hiccups. Hiccups are sit downs. I didn't write it well. And won't finish report today. Be wrapped up by tomorrow. We're saying the same things, really, but differently. Though, well, it's not neat, though. So, what if anything changes? It changes. Then you sign off. Now let's go to the client part. We're saying the same things. Now with the client, we need to be very professional and courteous. We need to apologize for the delay, reassure the client. We can also thank them for understanding or patience. We want to emphasize continued support. Maybe we're apologizing to responsibility of the delay. So I would say something like, just give me a second. To client, and then I would say, hello, Ali. Hope email finds you well. I wanted to let you know that there has been a slight delay with the report due to some technical issues. We can't say unexpected because that might send out the wrong message. I don't want to apologize. We are actively working on to ensure the report is completed by tomorrow. Report is completed by tomorrow, and we'll share it with you promptly. Okay, thank you. This is where I thank him for his patience, for your patience. Thanks. Oh no, thanks. Best. And then you write your name. So I've written the same email over and over, and this is where you change the tone based on different audiences.